So getting that call of knowing that I'm going to be on the West team, it was surreal. It was almost like it wasn't happening. It was more than joy.
A preview of the college seasons to come. This is a gathering of the very best rising freshmen in college wrapping up their high school careers. This is the premier girls fast pitch high school All-American game from all over North America. Again, one last hurrah for the very best high school and travel ball players in the country, like she was when she played. Hi there, folks, and greetings from Deanna Manna Stadium in Irvine, California. Olympian and national champion Amanda Freed. My name is Darren Sutton. Welcome back to the ballpark. This truly is. Jocelyn Allo, a couple of years ago, played in this game. Right now, she's a record holder and a part of the coaching staff tonight. This is the final stage to launch all these great college careers.
And this is really where we get that preview of what these athletes are going to do at that next level. So a lot of top-level commits all gathered together on this one field with the best mentors around, and they're looking to finish out their high school careers with a bang, on a high note, getting things done together, and looking forward to playing alongside some of these athletes on the field as they move on to college next year.
One of the voices of PGF is David Gascon. He will introduce in-house and to you every member of both rosters. David?
Good evening, everyone, including our national audience on ESPN2, and welcome to Deanna Manning Stadium. PGF welcomes you to Irvine, California for our 2022 PGF National Championships. And tonight we have a gem with the All-American All-Star Game as it's East versus West. Let's introduce the starters up the first baseline from the West team. Number 5, Jenna Birch. Number 13, Maddie Erickson. Number 15, Kiana Estrada. Number 29, Viviana Martinez. Number 41, Riley Valentine. Number 43, Mickey Winchell. Number 19, Alana Johnson. Number 35, Kennedy Powell. Number 37, Jordan Ramos. Number 17, Liana Garcia. And number 25, Kaysen Korth. And now the starters for the West. At shortstop, number 3, Taylor Beal. In right field, number 7, Kiara Blanchard. Center fielder, number 23, Dakota Kennedy. Inside the circle, number 31, Ruby Milan. At first base, number 39, Sydney Stewart. Behind the dish, number 1, Reese Atwood. The extra hitter, number 33, Ryan Orange. On the hot corner at third, number 11, Bridget Donahue. In left field, number 21, Reagan Johnson. And the second baseman, number 9, Logan Cole. The coaches for the West, Susie Brasney, Jocelyn Allo, and Reagan Kraus. That's your West squad. Flipping over to the third baseline, the East seniors there. Number 6, Katie Chester. Number 6, Kaylee McCarthy. Number 28, Marissa Miller. Number 38, Aliaya Rio. number 8, Riley Cloud. Number 20, Amanda Hassler. Number 22, Janelle Alikwe. Number 2, Maddie Bulk. Number 4, Kyla Berry. Number 42, Taylor Tinsley. And number 32, Carlin Pickens. The starters for the East. In center field, number 24, Chelsea Mack. In left field, number 34, Larissa Pruitt. Third baseman, number 30, Taylor Pinnell. At short, number 12, Abby Dukeshire. The first baseman, number 14, Jaden Gailey. The second baseman, number 44, Amania Vega. The catcher, number 16, Marley Giles. The right fielder, number 36, Natalie Ray. The DP, number 40, Tegan Thrunk. The extra hitter, number 18, Jaden Goodwin. And inside the circle, number 10, Kirsten Deal. The head coach for the East, Levy Chung. The assistants, Morgan Stewart, Nicole Giordano Stoll.
In red, the East team. In blue, the West team. And talented one and all, every one of these athletes heading off to play Division I softball. And certainly glad to have you with us tonight on the ESPN family of networks. In this case, on ESPN2, but all afternoon on U and on 3. It's been a wonderful relationship with this PGF great event, whether it be the 18U National Championship game, the underclass or the Futures All-American game. As Kirsten Deal gets ready to roll in the circle, that is the legend Jocelyn Allo out there as part of the coaching staff, 1 year away from college. Deal anchors things for the red team out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. That is an Oklahoma commit. She said the family and competitive atmosphere made me want to be a part of a team like OU. The coaches are amazing, and that's what I'm most excited for. Kirsten Deal in the circle for the red team. And so many great leaders and coaches. I think what's fun about this event are the coaches. Lovett Young, Morgan Stewart, Nicole Giordano Stoll, Susie Brasney, Joss Allo, and Reagan Cruz. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for this West squad. Taylor Beals at the top. Blanchard is right behind her. Dakota Kennedy, one of our favorite sluggers out of the Midwest, has always been Ruby Malin. Sid Stewart's right behind her. Reese Atwood, Ryan Orange, Bridget Donahue, Reagan Johnson. And these are names, Logan Cole as well. What we will do, if you're not really truly knowledgeable, we promise we'll introduce every single athlete in the game, and Amanda will extol the virtues of these talented athletes. They didn't have a game like this. You would have loved it, wouldn't you?
Oh my gosh, this is such a special celebration of these athletes, and they're all moving off to that next level, fulfilling their dreams, but now they get to spend one last chance, one last game here at this beautiful Bill Barber Stadium in this All-American game. They've been spoiled all week long. We hope they feel they've been spoiled, and we're excited to watch them perform.
And away we go with Taylor Beal, who slaps that one in the air. Down the line it goes, and that one drops in foul. Beal out of Folsom, California, an Arizona commit, Vista del Lago. She just graduated high school there. Played for a long time for the Lady Magic. She's a daughter of Natalie and Troy Beal and the younger sis of Ryan. Brother, an excellent soccer player, by the way, locally up until college. And this is a highly decorated athlete. They're getting a good one in Tucson, Arizona.
And I can already see why Caitlin Lowe likes this athlete. Quick out of the box from the left side, looking to get on top and use that speed to get on base.
Yeah, Caitlin Lowe, one of the great stories in all of college softball last year. I understood the legend she replaced in Mike Candrea, but I think after dropping series after series to open things up in the Pac, to see them at the Women's College World Series, my goodness.
Yeah, it's always a rebuilding process when you lose a coach like Mike Candrea. No matter who you're replacing with, it could be the best coach in the country. There's a learning curve.
Waves right through that one, and getting right to work in the circle is Kirsten Deal. Pretty pitch that time.
Yeah, this looks like a little off-speed pitch up in the zone, but in a beautiful spot on the outside corner, going away from Beal to get the strikeout.
Beautiful campus at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo awaits the arrival of Kiki Blanchard as she digs in. She's from Tracy, California, just graduated Merrill F. West High School, and right away she hammers that one, but foul, goes to work through the zone. Now, the interesting thing about an athlete like Blanchard as she earns this opportunity is, much like you in your journey, was a high-level soccer player. Now she'll obviously focus only on softball as she heads to college, but literally a 4-year varsity soccer and softball play. That rise ball is high. The daughter of Laura and Kevin. You're an advocate of the multi-sport thing, correct?
I love it, and I feel like I talk too much about it, but I feel like when you have an athlete at that level in another sport, especially one like basketball and soccer, you know you're getting an athlete.
That one fired home. Jumps out of the zone. Good spin on it. 2-1 the count. I asked Kiki who she loves to watch, and she said, I love watching the Oklahoma Sooners, the way they hit, the way they played every single at bat of every game they played. I loved watching them last year. Maybe she'll see him in a regional next year.
Well, it really is funny. I've talked to some college athletes about the Oklahoma program. They say, man, you really want to dislike them. You don't want to like them, but they just, the way that they play on the field, the joy they have, the respect for their opponents, you can't help but like them.
Or hit like 30 homers a season, as we see Hallow there. Good start for Kiki Blanchard. Kiara draws the walk. We had a great conversation with she and her former head coach the other day. It was a real joy to talk with Jocelyn Allo, kind of have her let the hair down, not be the college athlete anymore.
Yeah, I mean, she spent a lot of time at Oklahoma developing as a player and a person, but still refers back to her time at PGF, playing in these tournaments and how impactful that time was for her.
Right under the watchful eye of Dan Hay, the founder and now president and CEO of PGF. Arizona awaits the arrival of the talented Dakota Kennedy. She's from Sacramento, California. She drops down a bunt. Deal out of the circle, fires. It's nowhere close. Do it, Dakota. Daughter of Marvinia and Eric. That was a beautiful bunt.
That catches the defense a little off guard, but mostly it's just the speed. Deal does a good job of bouncing off it, turning her body to get to her throwing side. But that's just a lot of speed down the line by Dakota Kennedy.
You and I called a national championship game a year ago in which they just wouldn't pitch to this hitter. They wouldn't pitch to her at all. They walked her and they walked her, and Ruby Malin kept drawing those walks. This is one of the more dangerous power hitters in the country. She's committed to go to the University of Washington. She's from Omaha, Nebraska, and there's so much height and leverage in her approach. And a big personality, too. Heidi and Wayne are mom and dad. Hits it hard. Off Deal in the middle of the diamond. There is no play. Bases full. Noise being made by the West squad.
Malin right back up the middle. Deal gets her glove down, goes off the heel. But the speed on base paths are safe everywhere.
Heather Tarr is in attendance, the head coach of Washington. Here's another one of her incoming commits, Sydney Stewart. And Stewart toward right field, pretty well struck. Hangs up nicely, though, for Natalie Ray. That will play to run. The throw goes to third. And right out of the gates, the West, the best, at least early on. Sid Stewart drives in a run from San Jose, California. 2 outs, runners on first and third for Reese Atwood.
Good situational hitting, know to just get underneath, get it deep enough to score your teammate for their first run of the ball game.
Hook 'em horns for Atwood. She's a Corpus Christi, Texas native, but also Midway High School, University of Texas commitment. And on her way to play at Texas, while Tammy and Jeff, her mom and dad, wish her well and send her off to, well, part one of adulting, if you will. This is another really tall athlete with great athletic gifts. I always marvel at hitters, no matter the diamond sport, as you get taller, because the levers get longer and it's harder to keep everything close, to not overextend, to not cast as a hitter.
Got to get it all moving in the right direction and the right sequence.
I think the key, especially in this sport, is having the confidence to let that softball travel deep in your stance, because this is the kind of power Reese possesses. She says her biggest skill, her biggest strength is her knowledge of the game and ability to rise to the occasion in pressure situations. And a good take. One of her young heroes watching a lot, Aubrey Monroe. Watching her catch has taught her a lot. That one disappears away. Oh, baby, what a pitch by Kirsten Deal to close things up. Could have gotten out of hand, but then it didn't. PGF, All-American game. What a great gathering in Southern California. Chelsea Mack at the top of the order as we welcome you back to the PGF All-American game. Mack, Pruitt, and then Taylor Panel. Tell us about Abby Dukeshire, because that's a special, really athletic middle infielder.
Yeah, we saw Dukeshire yesterday when the Renegades took on the Rock. She hit a home run, a bomb, 2-run RBI. The team fell short, but she's just really fun to watch at the plate. I'm excited to watch her in this game today.
What a great smile at Chelsea Mack. That's a wonderful way to watch someone step into the box. Marissa Pruitt right behind her, and away we go. The talented Chelsea Mack slaps that one and slaps it foul. Look at this. Tell me you're not excited to be here. Yeah. Ohio native committed to go to Kentucky. Just off the plate outside. That is a bolt from Ruby Malin. Talking about Ruby earlier, her skill sets, who she is. Scott Catholic High School, big bat, huge arm. Remind us and extol her virtues, Ruby, as a pitcher.
Well, Ruby, a lot like hitting, when you've got those levers, it's about putting it together, and Ruby does a good job of extending her levers, getting out and throwing with great velocity. And then also has the ability to mix speeds. But you can see the way that she really attacks off the mound. It's intimidating to a hitter to see that frame coming at you as quick as it is.
Chelsea in the box plays for the Beverly Bandits, the Ohio native, as she waves through that one. Heads on back to the dugout, the daughter of Kathy and Rex. Look forward to seeing her play a little bit more. Multiple times in All-American. Chelsea Mack goes down.
Malin puts this pitch in just an unhittable location. It doesn't get much better than that.
Larissa Pruitt takes up and away from Hartselle, Alabama. The Birmingham Bolts and the University of Alabama, her commitment. Or South Alabama All-Star game. And she takes outside. TJ is mom, Jason is dad. We saw her play earlier and take home a title. National Technical Honor Society, technical I should say, so great in the classroom. Kind of fun watching Reese Atwood catch, huh? Can you get any lower to the ground?
No, and she's got some tall arms, big legs. She's getting down there and giving a nice target.
Atwood working behind the plate. Look at this.
She is working for her pitcher.
Bouncing ball, not an easy play. Big bounce, nothing to be done that time. Taylor Beal was charging in. And Pruitt is on. Excellent speed. And Taylor Panel now, but first this.
A nice high chop over Malin and just no play at first base.
Panel out of Milan, Illinois, takes a pitch off the plate outside. A Tennessee commit, Rock Island High School graduate. Was a Futures All-American last year. And a PGF champion in 2019 for the Hot Shots Nelson. Hopefully everyone's okay. Looked like it got a piece of the umpire from behind home plate. Our umpiring crew tonight: Steve Rodriguez, Bobby Martinez, James Edmonds, and Bill Plant. Oh, off that left foot. Oh boy. These PGF umpires have done such a great job all day long. Elevated, nice take. Did not go around. Panel's this unique combination of power and speed. In the classroom, she rolls with a 4.2 GPA. So college is ready for her, and she's ready for it. Some gasps in the crowd. I think that one landed directly on top of someone, a fan down there. Make sure she's all right. I think maybe a bag of ice might be in order. Yeah, she's all right. Well, they made sure they gave her the ball. They say it is a soft ball. Swings right through it. And down she goes. It just has that sound. I mean, it's just electric when she hits that catcher's mitt.
Yeah, so much pop, and I really like this battery working together right now. I know they're going to be going their separate ways, but just seeing them come together and communicate.
North Dakota's very own Abby Dukeshire, a couple of days ago, blasted one out of here, hit a homer. It was Minnesota Renegades team that played all the way to the Platinum Division of the National Championship game. Abby's committed to go to Alabama. This is another one that has that height but still sticks in the middle of the infield, and that leverage equals big power.
And we saw it out of Abby just yesterday. She hit one over the fence.
To the right side. How about using the whole ballpark? She'll have to hurry it through. The throw goes to third. Cut off. Safe with the slide. The daughter of Brian and Kelly, Abby Dukeshire, with a laser beam into right field.
And you talk about the levers and being patient and compact and letting the ball travel, taking it to the right side with a lot of power.
And you talk about that base hit, using the leverage well. That's pretty, going the other way. Here's the home run.
Now, this was not the other way. This was inside, pulled it. That was a pretty swing.
Jaden Gailey, the Georgia Tech commit from Livonia, Georgia. Oh, and this is just off the plate. Mojo Fisher, her travel team. Aiden Ian Pickett, her parents. That one just off the plate. Jaden's mom, a great athlete, played college tennis at Emmanuel College. Daly takes a curveball in, patiently watches it sail on by. That's a pretty nice take right there.
Yeah, I liked the idea to go inside. That pitch didn't miss by much.
Up next, number 44, Amina Vega.
Amina Vega. Duke University commit. Talked about Amina, I should say, a proud member of the Puerto Rican national softball team. World Cup in California in 2019, Colombia in 21, and Peru as well. Explosive rise ball, just fires through the zone.
It's tough to catch up to this pitch. Vega's got to adjust that helmet. She went all out on that swing.
She's been such an active student as it pertains to Florida resident, to taking care of her academics. She's actually, because of advanced courses, already earned her AA degree. High honors all through high school, then a secondary college while attending high school at Daytona State College. President's list, summa cum laude in high school. What an overachiever, what a joy as she swings right through that one. 3-2 the count. Inside, ball 4.
I don't know, I liked that pitch. You could not have gotten any closer to the zone. And you know what, open it up a little bit. I want to see these athletes swing it and protect with full count. Look at the location of that pitch. That is on the corner.
Oh, baby.
You got to protect on that.
Boy, that is such an explosive arm, too. Those pitchers just missing. 1-1 the score, 2 outs in the scoreboard. Hits are even at 2 apiece.
Up next, the catcher, number 16, Marlon Giles.
Giles fouls that one back to the screen. Marley, an Alabama resident and committed to go play for the Alabama Crimson Tide. From Clanton, Alabama, Chilton County High School. Plays for those Birmingham Thunderbolts. Johnny and Amanda are her parents. Thud as it drops over the outside corner. Beautiful. Sun setting on this beautiful ballpark. Giles coming back from a pretty serious foot injury, ending her basketball season. 2022, had to have surgery, miss half of the softball season. Talk about that slow start, yet here she is.
And Giles has had a really nice week. He's finishing strong.
Big swing, power on power. She homered in the championship game, a big thunderous bat. But what else would you expect in Southern California? Huntington Beach. Beautiful Southern California, the Premier Girls Fast Pitch All-American game. All of these are graduates, all heading off to play Division I softball. As we introduce them to you, get ready. You'll see them coming to a conference or a campus near you very, very soon. Ryan Orange out of Torrance High School, who is headed to play for Rutgers, will lead things off. Orange still dealing with Kirsten Deal. And that left arm in the circle. Shanna and Brian are her parents. That a little bit above the strike zone. 1-0 the count. Her grandfather, John Carlos, a bronze medalist in the 1968 Olympics. And at one point, the fastest human on the planet. To the right side. 2019, she was Torrance High School's most valuable player. Nothing in 2020. 2021, MVP again, and then again this year. He talks with so much respect about John Carlos and what he endured in 1968. His accomplishments, but then the courage that he showed against tough obstacles. 2-1 the count. Fouls that one off to the right side. Let me share some of her words. He stood for the African-American community as a whole and put his life and career at risk just so that we as a whole would have better. For that, many reasons, my grandfather inspires me to keep pushing, to be the best athlete I can be. It's one thing to look at somebody who's been a trailblazer and has shown courage, but to have that person be on your family tree, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That one's high, 3-2 the count. Ryan pitches as well. That was in the mid-60s. Wants to double major in criminal justice and psychology at Rutgers. That's not going to be a tiptoe through the tulips. Spoils it, fouls it back to the screen. We've learned through this event, whether it be the championships or these All-American games, boy, the academic aspirations are pretty high these days.
They are, and I love that they can go off to college and pursue that. And a lot of college coaches are completely open to allowing these student athletes to be students and to use the school to get their education and also play softball.
Whatever the percentage is through the years as professional softball evolves, and it will evolve, it makes coaches equally and even more so as proud to see their women as they leave become professionals. Take their degree into the working world and chase their dreams professionally. But that one on the dirt, she rolls it off to the left side. Fired on across that side by Taylor Pannell. How did you find out that you were a PGF All-American? Let's ask.
I was actually in the middle of a hitting lesson when I found out, and I just couldn't believe it because ever since I was younger, I would always watch the All-American games on YouTube, and I would always tell my mom like I wanted to be one, so like it felt surreal.
It was awesome. I got to play in the Futures game last year, and that was a really cool experience, getting to meet all girls from all over the country that are really talented, who I've played against since I was really young, so it was really cool, and I was super excited to represent the West.
To be selected in the PGF All-American game is a true honor. You know, to be able to play with my teammates, future teammates, past teammates is a true honor, and I'm so excited to be able to play this game.
Come on, Malin, good answer again. Bringing the big personality, all of these athletes. This is Bridget Donahue. She's an Arizonan. She just graduated from Xavier College Prep. All-girls school that sends women off to college. She is committed as a woman to go to Northwestern. Carolyn and Mike are her parents, and there are 5 at home, or growing out of being at home now. A changeup that darted over the outside corner. Big deep breath where she steps back on and into the circle. Make her smile. Ask Bridget about her sister Kelly. She has autism, and she said growing up I fully didn't understand what she was going through. Now I do. Many years and growing, it's grown us closer together, and I've been able to teach my friends about it, expose them to experiences they wouldn't have otherwise had. Driving down that empathy highway when you go through that. This is a big-time power hitter with a high softball IQ.
It's been really fun getting to know these want to say young athletes. They're not so young anymore. We're going to be watching them in college. But just knowing now who the people they are, it makes you want to follow them even more. Follow their story and get to know them better and just encourage and cheer for them as they go on to the next 4 years.
Three and two the count, 1-1 our score. Donahue, nice, patient. I'm going to tell you, strike zone's been tight, but not unreasonably small. These hitters are more patient than I thought they'd be in this All-American game. The youngsters weren't quite this patient.
No, a lot more free swinging in that earlier game. And I really would like to see the strike zone open up a little. I want to see these All-Americans swing their sticks. That's why we're here. We want to see fireworks at the plate. And I know it's going to be hard. They're facing the best pitching in the country.
Yeah, it's an ace every inning, you know, and when the one ace gives way, there's another ace that's coming in right behind.
We've also seen such good defensive plays. So I want to see the ball put in play more so we could see those diving grabs and those good heads-up plays.
The Oklahoma commit, Kirsten Deal, misses a little bit low below that zone. Deal, the 2022 North Carolina Gatorade Player of the Year. She deals with Reagan Johnson out of Karn City, Texas, an Arkansas commit. Line into right field. That square to bunt drew her in. Then she hit it right over the head of Amina Vega. She pulled her in and then served it over her head. That's collegiate level bat control.
Which is why we want to see these All-Americans swing the bat more. Look at the location of the pitch, middle, inside part. It almost looks like it's within reach of Vega, but that ball gets by so quickly. And into right field, there's almost a force-out play at second.
Logan Cole is from Tucson, Arizona, Sal Point Catholic. Arizona strongly represented at this event. Her travel team, the Oro Valley Suncats, a strong program, and guess where she's committed to go? Oh, they didn't let her leave Tucson.
It's smart.
Caitlin made sure she is staying. Jason and Patty, her parents. She's an only child. She wanted me to mention her dog Sky as well as part of the family. That pitch is in and off the plate. Mom played junior college softball. That one flattened out right inside of the circle, and she's safe. Turned out to be a difficult play for Vega. Looked like it was going to be a higher hop, but then it just went low to the ground. Beautiful swing.
Yeah, had it been a clean fielded ground ball by Vega, could have potentially been a double play ball. But this ball was struck very well, just off the heel of the glove.
Base is full. Good to see Taylor Beal again. She draws the infield in and rolls that one foul. A first base line, another Arizona commit. Went down swinging first at bat. Sacramento area in Folsom. Janae Lellis playing softball for Arizona in 06 and 07, the national championship team. Her aunt's a huge inspiration of hers. She rolls that one foul. I know you know that name well. She says, my aunt is my idol and will forever be. That's why she's at Arizona as well.
Janae Lelis was a great player at Arizona. And any player that gets recruited to Arizona, I expect big things playing at UCLA and then being a rival.
Rocket shot foul. She'll always remember attending a camp. She didn't name which camp it was, but it was in 7th grade. She went to a college softball camp, but at the end of the camp, She said a coach told her I was a little bit too small to ever play college softball. Went back home, told her trainer, and from that day forward was committed to play college softball. And that was the motivation that brought her where she is today.
Which is why the change in the recruiting rule was so valuable to players who maybe hadn't yet grown into their bodies, hadn't yet gotten those extra skills needed. We all develop at different rates. And you hear that story so many times. You're too small, you're too this, you're not quick enough. And our sport of any is one of any kind of athlete.
1-2 the count. Stuck with her. That story stuck with her for sure. She rolls it foul. Studying nutritional science in college is her plan. Become a trauma or pediatric nurse once her softball career is over. She calls time. 1-2 the count. Loves to watch Allie Skaggs play softball. Calls her a leader. Says her voice, her actions, everything. I pay so much attention. What a pain. What an at-bat that is just turning out to be a struggle for Deal as she keeps grinding with her. Southern California saying good evening on a beautiful night. Beal fouls one more off. I'm going to share with you what her plans are in 10 years because I love what she shared with us in the notes.
Well, now I want to know.
Well, hold on. She'll play again later. If she hits a grand slam here, we're going to have to focus on that. Rolls that one. And a foul ball. You want to know?
I do.
In 10 years, I hope to become a trauma nurse. Married, I'll have 1 child, 3 total eventually, living in a house with a property surrounding it. I want 3 dogs, a lab, an Akita, and an English bulldog. I wish to be driving a big white SUV while my husband will drive a white Chevy truck. I'll be starting a family and enjoying my life with my husband and visiting family and friends. 1-2 the count. She rolls that one out towards short. Where's the play? It's only to first. She drove in a run. An RBI and a beautiful approach, one step closer to that white SUV and that white Chevy truck.
If I'm Caitlin Lowe, I'm looking at something like that. That little hit tells me she gets it. She understands the game. And her job right there, bases loaded. This is perfectly placed. She's not worried about herself. She's worried about that run scoring.
I'm not quite sure what I'm doing tomorrow, let alone those plans 10 years from now. I love that answer.
You gotta speak it into existence. You gotta put it out there into the universe.
Well, there's no vagueness in that, to be clear. There is no vagueness.
Very specific.
Blanchard takes just off the plate outside. Her plans are grand as well. She says in 10 years, Kiki, I'll hopefully have gotten enough experience in a firm to start freelancing and spreading my designs to more remote places of the world in areas that need homes. Home design, where it's most in need. That one over the outside corner. She says she can really cook. But to be fair, she makes it very clear. I have a huge sweet tooth, so I like to bake more than I cook. I hear you. You can hit, too. Hits it to the middle of the diamond. They got her that time. Ranging over, Vega turns it into an out. 2-1 the score on a beautiful Southern California night. PGF All-American. The Futures All-Americans, what a show they put on. Where would we be without Susan Walsh starting things on top of that third base dugout, the boss of the game. And away we go in the circle. Ruby Malin with that thunder of an arm, and you can listen at home I'm guessing the better your setup, the better you can hear it. This is Nat Ray out of Covington, Georgia. East Side High School graduate. On to Ole Miss she goes. Just off the plate outside, the daughter of Jessica and Jonathan. 5A Player of the Year in a state with a lot of great softball as a freshman. It was a true futures game with that youngster in the shot.
Siblings going crazy.
She's spinning circles, thinking to herself, can we, yep. That's what she thinks of that roster. All the little ones are saying, can we open up the zone just a touch?
Right.
That one is popped foul. I was promised ice cream at the end of this. 2-2 the count on Ray. So a lot of times these athletes will look up to fellow athletes. In the case of Nat Ray, it's her sister Caitlin. Look, this is a 4.0 college graduate, now on her way to becoming a speech pathologist. She said she is an amazing athlete, worked very hard, but she has set the bar so high as a student as well as she goes down. Nat Ray thinks the world of her big sister Caitlin.
And Ray had a nice at-bat, and Malin wasn't getting this pitch called a strike. It's off the plate, but looks good enough with 2 strikes to swing.
Virginia Tech awaits the arrival of Tegan Thrunk. Point Pleasant Borough in New Jersey. Point Pleasant Borough High School. There are 5 young ladies in the Thrunk house and 1 brother. So Dad Bob has Ryan to lean on, and Mom has her 5 daughters. I would imagine they're very proud of this gifted athlete. Bouncing ball slips right on by on a backhand. Leaping at a good effort there, but no play to be made by Logan Cole. So Tegan is on. Make her hitting coach Matt Solano proud. So much work with him.
And just out of the reach of Malin. Malin decides not to go for it just in case it tips off her glove, but it turns out that might have been the only option.
Jaden Goodwin out of Paris, Kentucky, a Georgia commit. She said, as soon as I set foot on campus, it felt like home. And on top of that, Coach Tony has always been nothing short of amazing, along with Coach JT. Going to Georgia.
Well, Jaden's been a lot of fun to watch.
Georgia Impact team. She won it all here. You and I were behind the microphone in 15 and 19. She was the MVP in 2019, if you recall.
I do. As soon as you see a name like that, you remember that you've said it a lot. You've said it a lot on TV. So she is no stranger to this stage. So it's only fitting that she finishes off her high school career here as an All-American.
Give her an opportunity to watch some clips on YouTube and grow and learn. She picks A.J. Andrews. And I think she's not alone. Again, you could fill a stadium with athletes that have been inspired by A.J. 2-2. Thunder in that arm. That's strike 3. It sounds different. I know I keep saying it, folks, but it does.
Yeah, it's just electric out of the hand. And then the way that Atwood behind the plate, we talked about her long levers, long arms, long legs, but she's not at all the distraction behind the plate. Sometimes when you're tall, you can block an umpire's view. She gets down really low and is such a good receiver.
Sells it too. The modern catcher is a thing to behold. The work that they do on their core, the way they challenge themselves, in both diamond sports, Pilates and yoga, making sure they're ready and their core is strong. On a backhand. How about that recovery out there? Bridget Donahue had to tie her up, but only for a moment. Once she recovered, it was a rocket across the diamond. Southern Cal, the PGF High School All-American game. In Irvine, California, at Bill Barber Park and Deanna Manning Stadium, high above. Love the line drone shot. Now, what else would you do with a berm but get to sliding? That's a good-looking Dodgers All-Star Game shirt, by the way. And in the circle, an opportunity to watch Taylor Tinsley go to work. Tinsley going to work for that East squad and following up the work and good work of Kirsten Deal. Tinsley from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Bombers Gold 18U. This is a UCLA commit. I've got an alum sitting next to me.
I got my eye on you, Tinsley. Welcome.
Denise is her mom and Keith is her dad. Older sister Patrice. That one dies outside. She's super proud of her mom's journey athletically. Her mom's actually from Jamaica and through High School, a great track star. That one sails high and inside. She talks about her mom and her battle with MS and seeing what she's gone through for almost all of her adult life. How it can affect someone. That one is fouled off. She says, and I quote, as she works in the circle, "The strength and determination that my mom has had to battle this disease motivates me to do all the great things through my faith and through her as well." Fouled back to the screen. Get it, Dakota Kennedy. She is aggressive with that bat in her hands and a smile out there with this fun battle. The Arizona commit. Elevated that time.
I was thinking to myself, these two are going to have, they're going to be seeing each other. You know where I'm going with this. But maybe only for a couple of years. It's going to be different if things go through the way that they're planning.
Tried to freeze her with the changeup. You bet. Arizona in the box, in the circle. UCLA. Lines that one the other way. That one is down. She'll take an aggressive turn. She's looking at two. Here's the throw. Head first slide in there. Wow. Dakota, you brought me out of my seat with that slide.
Well, Dakota was not going to stop. She was thinking two the whole way. Look at that turn. And then she just cranks it up a notch. Once she realizes she's got a clear opening.
Tink, Taylor Tinsley goes back to work. Ruby Malin slaps that one down the line. Scott Catholic High School in Omaha, Nebraska. Talked about the prodigious power of this right-handed hitter. Intends on being a business major. Tyler Berry warms in the pen. Funny, we asked Taylor, so why UCLA? And she said, almost as if, why didn't you know this answer? It's the #1 public university in the United States, along with an elite softball program and amazing coaches. That's why UCLA. I know you're proud when you hear that answer.
I am when you see an athlete recognize it for everything that it is academically, athletically, the coaching staff. I mean, I believe it's got all aspects an athlete would be looking for.
That curveball runs out of the zone. Likes to dominate with the rise ball. Mental game is strong. She hopes that each inning she gets better when she pitches, so she buries that pitch into the power hitter. Says to complement my rise ball, I need to be able to throw my changeup. Gives a down spin to throw batters off. Those are her words in her scouting report. As that one skips in there.
So that looked like that was the changeup, and I like how she said, I need to be able to do this. So she's telling herself, like, this is, to me, it sounds like this is an area of my game that I'm really working on because I know this is going to make me more effective. She already has a good one, but that's just going to take her game to the next level.
A rocket shot to the right side. Ruby Malin hit it hard. Right into the glove of the first baseman behind her. That's Jaden Gailey. Sydney Stewart now. First pitch is high to the Washington commit. High school NorCal championship, won at St. Francis High School. Drives that one toward the alley in right center field. It will roll all the way to the wall. Look at Sid Stewart fly. Into third she goes with the slide and a triple. Making Colin and Sarah proud, her parents, with that pretty swing.
And that was some pop off the barrel, quick to the ball, and then long through it, and then Sid off to the races.
Number 1, Reese Atwood.
Atwood grounds it out to short, bobbled, kicked over to her right, a run will score. Tied up Dukeshire a bit out there at short. Dukeshire's actually been replaced out there at short by Natalia Rijo, who was out there working. That one tied her up pretty good.
Yeah, that ball was struck hard, and again, the in-between hop is just tough to defend.
Panel next to her. I'll really just hold on to that softball. There's no play to be made. Ryan Oren swings it. Swings right through that one.
First base, number 37,
Jordan Ramos is running out at first. The Nevada resident who is committed to go to Purdue, Ramos. That one is high. 4-1 the score. The West team on top. Let's take a run, because it was fun to take a run around the bases. This is an incredible approach, and then Stewart flies.
And she picked up her speed with every base that she hit, really turned it on going into third.
Into the dirt it goes, and great anticipation. Off to the races and claiming that one, Jordan Ramos. Into center field, down. Will they send a Speedy Ramos around? They'll stop her. Ryan Orange with a single. What a picture-perfect approach that was.
Nice, right back up the middle. We wanted to see more offense in this game. We wanted more athletes to be swinging it, and we're getting a show right now. Look at the contact that Orange makes.
Looks like Mickey Winchell has hopped out there, and she'll run at first base. Bridget Donahue with the chance to drive him in. Jordan Ramos, who pinch ran, is at third. Ramos out of Las Vegas, the Purdue commit. Rise ball, swing and a miss. The Northwestern commit, Donahue. fouls it off. 1 out in the inning. Popped up, left side. Long run, unable to make the play. If I may, your favorite installment of In 10 Years. I know you enjoy that. Taylor Tinsley says, in 10 years, I'll be living on a piece of land with a nice Audi in the driveway, sitting next to a blacked out SRT. My family will be a little bit bougie, but a little bit country because we're living on the land. As that one missed just off the plate. She went on to say, we're going to go riding our four-wheelers all the time, hopefully on a lake or a beach house, and I'll rent it out during the year when I'm not there.
If she has a certain spot in mind, I'd like to know, because it sounds amazing. I'm looking for a little piece of property myself.
That's the gifts in learning who Taylor Tinsley is. Passionate rider, very creative, a poet as she works out in the circle. She was actually a varsity golfer in high school. Donahue lets it travel, hits a high fly ball. That one's traveling to right. That's deep enough to play to run. The blue squad adds on. Jordan Ramos scores. Bridget with an RBI.
I like that. Bougie, but country.
Yes.
I can actually picture that.
Okay. I figured you could help us all through that just a little bit.
It's kind of like thrifting. No?
Sure.
No connection?
Yeah, sure. I remember you just learned that the other day, right, on the show we hosted together. But see, I have 20 to 25-year-old daughters.
So you get it.
It's in my wheelhouse to know what thrifting is. 2-0 the count on Johnson. Johnson into center field. Will that play to run? Here's the throw with the tag. Popped free. It does play to run. All the way around, Mickey Winchell took that journey and scored.
This West team is just pounding the middle part of the field and testing the outfield arms. The throw in time, just a bit of a short hop, so not able to hang on and make the tag.
Logan Cole. Big flag football player, loves that sport. Plays it actively. It's been her second sport all through her youth and into high school. You talked about that earlier. You think that's the next big thing?
It's pretty big out here in this area. You know, they have all girls leagues starting at a young age.
Apparently it's pretty big in Tucson as well. Asked Cole what's next for her after softball. She says communication, either coach or broadcasting. You do both. That one is fouled off. What advice in those two fields would you have for Logan Cole?
Well, don't overschool yourself. You got all the tools. You know the game. Just say yes to any opportunity, right? You know.
I do. I do. I mean, I didn't have as a baseball player your skill set or Logan's skill set, but I understand. I said yes to broadcasting a lot quicker. They were sending me away from the minor leagues. Please leave.
Go talk about the sport.
Yeah, go talk. Diving play at third. From a knee. Wow, what a play. Incredible job. That's what teammates are for. Taylor Panel coming up and fires a strike across the diamond. This is what an All-American play looks like, and it's fun to watch. Ryan Orange is in the circle at this, the All-American game, the gathering of these great high school players. President, CEO, founder One of the co-founders of PGF, Dan Hayes, spends time with us now. Thanks for having us back, first of all. This is an amazing event. I want to start where I think it's most important, impacting those that are battling cancer through the John Wayne Cancer Institute. I know for you guys, that's kind of where it starts. Teams that come out here know they're going to help in that part of the world, and that's big for you.
Definitely. Patrick Wayne is going to attend our opening ceremonies this Monday, and we're going to give him a check of a little over $65,000. And PGF has donated a little over $700,000 to the John Wayne Cancer Foundation and Institute over the last 10 years. So.
When you built this All-American game, genius in its concept, because these players are now in the next few weeks going to college, but bringing them out here to celebrate their journeys and kind of it proves aspirational for all the younger players as well, because they've talked about watching this event. Are you proud of how far it's come?
Yeah, I was just talking to some people in the stands, and reality kind of set in, because PGF has had something to do with these kids' career since they were 12 years old. They've been playing PGF events, and we have been bringing them along through this journey, and they're finally reaching their dreams and their goals.
Larissa Pruitt digs in, the speed in the box. The talented left fielder, we've enjoyed her work. We treated him to quite a week, by the way. I mean, it not only was being in Southern California, you ordered the best weather I've had. I grew up out here. But you also gathered their families together, a wonderful celebration, and took them all out to dinner, but not just dinner, dinner on the water.
Yeah, we rented a commercial yacht.
That one's into center field. Finish your thought. We're going to support your thoughts.
We rented a commercial yacht in Newport Harbor and brought all the kids were our guests along with their families, and they just had a blast. And we cruised on the water for a little over 4 hours and treated them to a nice lunch, gave them their gear and their package and all of their swag, and they just had a great time.
So that's great to see the athletes up there, because you're here for the athletes.
Yes.
But how about how the families enjoyed that? I'd love to know.
Yeah, listen, we invited 2 guests, mom and dad, and some of them had a brother or sister we allowed to come on, and it was just a great time just to not so much talk about softball, but enjoy each other, get to know each other, and just celebrate what these kids have accomplished.
It's interesting, Dan, in an earlier interview today, we talked about the fact with all the changes up above the level, right, with the NIL, with the changing conferences, and I think we both realize it doesn't really matter here. This is a stage and a platform, and with the changes in the recruiting rules, your stage and platform that you provide even more important now.
Well, I feel that 90% of the girls on the college level have played PGF and get their scholarships through PGF tournaments throughout the country. We have phenomenal directors throughout the United States that put on showcase events that the colleges can come and scout these kids and look and grade their talent, basically. So.
Taylor Panel sends that one into center field. What's next? What do you hope over the next 5 years this event and your national events? I think that's more important, and even your regional events grow to be. What can we expect next?
All I can say is we try to make this event better every year.
Okay.
And I think we've succeeded in that. The sport continues to grow. We continue to showcase the kids and the coaches on the level from 10 and under all the way up to this level here to 18 and under. And as you said it numerous times, our goal here is to make sure these kids have success, and we're going to continue doing that.
Alana Johnson, Johnny on the spot, played behind the bag and turned it into an out, stepping on the bag right here, Amanda.
Yeah, to see the communication amongst these athletes who have never played together. They're just playing the game, they're talking with one another, and they're showing off some great skill.
I got to admit, it's pretty cool to have Jocelyn Allo wearing PGF stuff. Great call by you to do that.
Well, I was very fortunate to be able to coach her along with 4 or 5 other coaches that were on that staff, that Badbuster staff in 2014 and 2015. We won back-to-back PGF championships, and she is just a wonderful young lady. She's like a daughter to me in a lot of ways, and when I asked her to come out, she didn't even hesitate. She goes, PGF gave me so much during my career, and she just wants to give back. So, and that's a special kid there. So.
Yeah, you know what was cool about our conversation, and you remembered, Amanda, yesterday, just recalling, hey, driving down beach or grabbing my favorite snack or my food. I think she said she loved Chipotle.
She was raving about Chipotle, but I'm thinking if I was in this dugout, I would be nonstop asking her questions about what it was like, what do I need to do. I mean, you put these fantastic mentors in the dugouts with these athletes, and to me, that's taking it to a next level for these kids. I mean, they're good, but now you're giving them somebody to aspire to be like and somebody to talk to and get advice from.
Well, it's funny. These All-Americans are the stars right now, and as Jocelyn walked by both dugouts, even in the futures game before this, she was mobbed.
Yes.
I couldn't believe she was walking past them and needed to have a picture. So.
Jaden Gailey with the bat in her hands. Dan Hay, the president CEO of Premier Girls Fast Pitch. 6-1 the score, full count, 2 outs with the runner on third. That one lifted, long run toward the corner, tracking, still tracking, and it's run down. Thanks for having us. Better said, thanks for having all of us here. This has been another incredible weekend.
You guys do an excellent job.
Dan Hay, what a wonderful event. And by the way, he feeds the crew pretty well, I'm told.
That's the tomahawk steak there.
Lovey Jung joins us, the coach on the east side, along with Morgan Stewart. Nicole Stoll over there with her as well. Hey, Lovey, thanks for hanging out with us. So all these athletes talking about this aspirational model, meaning they watch this game every year when they're 14 and 15 and hope to play in it. How much fun has it been to be around these athletes?
It's been a lot of fun just to hang out here in the dugout and talk to all of them, where they're from throughout the country, as well as what college they're going to and how excited they are to be there next year.
Well, Lovey, you and I played together growing up at this age, and it was different. The game's grown, it's evolved. How much fun is it to see these athletes out on the field? And, I mean, do you kind of wish we had an event like this when we were growing up?
Oh, my gosh, this would have been extremely fun to have when we were growing up, but it's so fun to see how much the game has grown since we played. And it's just amazing to see these athletes out here doing their thing.
What's your favorite part about where this sport has evolved, let's say, over the last 2 or 3 years? What's your favorite thing?
I think my favorite thing is just the defense and how much better the defense has gotten, as well as I think the talent throughout the whole country has spread out.
Outstanding stuff. We appreciate your time. Go have fun and teach.
Right.
Great stuff. Lovey Jung joining us down there. By the way, in the circle, this is Carlin Pickens out of North Carolina. She's a Tennessee commit from Weaverville, North Carolina. Was part of the Futures All-American game last year. She's dealing with Viviana Martinez, who Viviana is a Texas commit. As a matter of fact, Viviana had an incredible career that just wrapped up at Tolleson High School in Arizona, a career that saw her in 65 games have a 664 high school on base. And she's on base again. Mickey Winchell takes advantage of this opportunity for the West squad. That one hits the outside corner. Mickey from Livermore, California, a Notre Dame commit out of Granada High School. Mickey, high fly ball, hangs up in center field though, circling and running it down out there. I knuckled a little bit. She's talking about it. Where was that going? Chelsea Mack makes the play though.
Well, we've seen some of these balls carry where they look more routine than they end up being. And sometimes as an outfielder, you just have to constantly track it, keep your feet moving, and make adjustments.
Number 31, Ruby Bailey.
Ruby takes a swing at it again. You never feel like you're out of line when you call a homer with Ruby hitting. 4 times all conference, 3 times all state, 2 times a state champion. That one sails high. Another big arm here. You can just hear it again from Pickens. Pickens, the daughter of Rebecca and Philip Pickens, as she works in the circle. Mom played volleyball in college at Mars Hill University. Dad played football and baseball collegiately for a year at UNCA, then at Mars Hill. 2021 North Carolina Gatorade Softball Player of the Year. Garland Pickens. Middle of the diamond it goes, and that one was hit hard. There's that strength and that power. Fights herself through to a base hit.
Yeah, Malin just has so much power in that swing. Even when she gets the top part, she's still able to make solid, hard contact. And that ball quickly gets out of the infield.
Bouncing ball, and it's a foul ball. Looks like running out there is Taylor Beal, who originally got the start at short. Sydney Stewart will try and drive a couple of runners in. She's got two out front of her. Sydney with the triple earlier in this game. Great anticipation. Both base runners move up.
That coach is kind of in my way. I wouldn't.
Susie Brasney in that third base coach's box, 19-time ASA All-American. As that one is just above the belt. Pretty good pitch. Susie's on that coaching staff in there. We talked to Jocelyn Allo, Regan Krause as well. This is next level velo. You can just feel it compared to what we've been seeing all weekend.
Yeah, there's not a lot of reaction time. You have to make a decision quickly and get the barrel to the ball.
Patiently earns herself a walk. Riley Valentine gets the call now.
Up to bat now, number 41, Riley Valentine.
Riley is from Sandra Day O'Connor High School just outside of Phoenix. He's still within the Phoenix city limits as that one grabs the inside corner. Riley on her way to Texas A&M. That one hits the inside corner for a strike. Her parents, Shelly and Tina. Her brother is Chase, and her sis is Peyton. Mom Shelly, a 5-time Ironman, played softball, ran track. Sister Peyton, shortstop, national competitive travel level for the Arizona Storm. Brother Chase, a shortstop, committed to play at Tennessee, but then just drafted by the San Diego Padres.
Sounds like a fun game of wiffle ball.
It does. State champ as a freshman. Initially committed to Arizona State, and then when things shifted around, followed coach to Texas A&M.
And we see that a lot. When you ask athletes, what was it about the school? A lot of times they say, I fell in love with the coaching staff. They're my style. I went because of the coaching staff. So when your coaching staff leaves, it's hard not to think about going with them.
That one is high. Inside, takes a walk, and that earns her an RBI. I loved her answer as she trots to first about softball certainly, as that's another run. Hurrying home and in there. Time was not called, I'm assuming. All the runners move up.
So the pass ball, that run scores. And then Beal hovering off third base, and she sees that opening at home. Pickens turns her head.
Right back to the screen with an aggressive swing from Ryan Orange. Now out there at second base is Riley Valentine. Sydney Stewart in front of her. Valentine in second shared with us, outside of softball, I'm passionate about my family. So it's not just one thing, she says. There's a variety of reasons, and there's a ton of passion in our house. I'd say I'm passionate about sports and vacationing, my faith, but I enjoy it all. I'm a simple girl, but we do it all in our home. As that one misses inside, and I enjoy it all. But with my family, it's the best. We're getting some very thoughtful answers in the notes we've taken throughout this week. In my humble opinion. Good pitch.
I agree. I think the athlete today, you mentioned earlier, just is very aware and is able to put the game in perspective in relation to their life and their priorities. And it's really nice to see.
Right down the middle, froze her that time. Pretty pitch from Carlin Pickens.
It's an off-speed pitch. Starts a little up in the zone and then stays about thigh high, just enough off of it to freeze Orange.
Good changeup. Boy, that had Maddie Erickson drifting out front just a bit, and who can blame her? One of the best changeups we've seen all weekend. Michigan commit from Wilsonville, Oregon. So she goes soft and then firm with a rise ball.
And we talked about that changeup rise ball combination.
That one skips away. That will play to run. Challenge of new battery mates working together in all-star games or all-American games. Sometimes those little pitfalls that you can step into. Maddie's mom is Corrine, and her sis is Alexa, who's 22 years old. The three of them taking on the world together. She said, my mom was a swimmer in college. My dad played basketball in college. My sis lacrosse, so a very athletic family. He's excited to play for Hutch.
How could you not be? He's a legend out there in Michigan.
Favorite production trips of the year was going with the production team to U of M baseball interview. Coach Bakich is now at Clemson. And then going over to Coach Hutch's and being in her office, in her facilities. A couple of cameras where we were able to shoot a lot of great content, great interviews. She had her dog Coach wandering around the office. And I must admit, done a lot. Humbly, I've been able to interview a lot of fun people throughout my journeys. I was nervous. And, you know, she's about as down to earth and kind of a person as there is, but I was a little intimidated.
I can see why.
2-2. Good pitch, screwball right under those powerful hands, and down she goes. Going to play for Coach Hutch. That's what next, but for now, one beautiful night, one beautiful spot, Southern California. There once was a time where Jocelyn and Allo aspired to be those that have gone before her. Now they are all aspiring to be her. You having fun coaching all these young women who want to come and break your records if they get a chance?
Yes. I have a lot of fun with them and just getting to know them, like what schools they're going to. Obviously, I'm rooting for OU, but excited for these girls and their new journeys.
Are they taking advantage of having you there? I'm sure there's some intimidation. This generation's pretty confident, though. But have you gotten some pretty decent questions, Coach Allo?
Yeah, I have. They've really been picking my brain. They were a little scared to come out to me at first just because they were, like, fangirling. But I told them, like, I'm a normal person. I was in the same position as you 5 years ago. And just ask me any questions you have.
So what has been your biggest piece of advice for these athletes that are going to go on and hopefully do what you've done? What are you telling them?
I just tell them to take every opportunity you can to get better, whether that be with upperclassmen, if you have to ask a coach for advice, anything you can to get better, just taking that opportunity.
What do you remember about playing in this game?
I remember hitting a double for sure.
Were you nervous?
I was a little bit off Megan Bobian.
Okay.
I'd always played her, but she was a legit pitcher too. But I think the one thing I remember most is just having so much pride and just me, one, being chosen as an All-American, but two, just being able to represent myself, my family, and my team as well.
Allo, thanks for the time. Go easy on the umpires down there. You could get ejected, okay?
Thank you. Boomer.
Always Jocelyn Allo, 9-1 the score. Her team on top. What a big personality. I mean, we already knew that as she played, but I think it's coming out more that she's past being a college player.
Yeah, these athletes are really accessible. I mean, we see her on TV, but when do you really get a chance to just ask the questions you want to ask and see the type of person she is? She's, like she said, she's a normal person, loves to have fun, loves this game, and really just looking to give back.
Ryan Orange works in the circle. Ryan working against Marissa Miller. Swinging the bat for the East squad. Miller's from Suwanee, Georgia. Georgia commit. North Gwinnett High School, just graduated there, winning a state championship her senior year. Mike and Melinda are her parents. That hits the inside corner. 3 times this gifted athlete, as she digs back into the box, was All-State. Graduated National Honor Society. And with a 4.1 GPA. Into left center field and knocked down out there. One of the unique parts of our conversation with Patty Gasso and Jocelyn Allo was the celebration after they won it all and the faith-based song that they sang together. Let's give them a shot to reenact.
All about somebody who saved my soul. Ever since you rescued me, you gave my heart a song to sing. I'm looking for the world to see, nobody but Jesus.
Kind of got a
Jada Coleman
country
like,
twang.
No, it does.
I remember it.
Look for that on Premier Girls Fast Pitch, their YouTube page, content streaming out. Those two gave us an hour of their time.
That was fun, and it flew by. I mean, you know, I was fangirling, like she said. I could have kept them for hours, but Coach Gasso needed to get out and keep recruiting, and I'm sure Jocelyn Allo had autographs to sign as soon as she left the building, but what a pleasure. How much fun was that?
Kayla McCarthy, K-Mac, Illinois native. Her travel team, the Illinois Chill. Guess what? She's not going to chill because she's coming west. She'll play at Arizona State. Angela and Ryan are her parents. And she takes a strike over the outside corner. Parents went to Eastern Oklahoma collegiately, and they played baseball and softball there. They were both center fielders, and so is she. And she earns her way on with a walk. Planning on majoring in psychology upon arriving at ASU, which is probably in the next couple of weeks. This park always a wonderful host to this event. The production team so proud of all the work that everyone's put in all week long. That one dots the inside corner to Abby Dukeshire. Dukeshire high fly right field, closing the gap, hauling that one in, and that one comes to an end. Nice easy play out there in right field. That play is made by Kiara Blanchard, fellow All-American. Thanks for hanging out with us at the PGF All-American game. Like that. Foul ball is the call. Break the defensive play. Foul ball is the call. Foul ball is the call. They're celebrating. Foul ball is the call. Batting glove on that top hand as Granger pounds that one into the dirt. Up the ladder, the throw in time. Celebrating for real. You are the champs. Rock Gold, the pride of Florida, comes to California, and they win. That was last night, the 18U Platinum Championships, and it was a fun matchup. The Renegades out of Minnesota, Rock Gold out of Florida. There literally was a dress rehearsal of the celebration, because even though the foul ball was called clearly out in front of home plate, you couldn't tell Rock Gold about that. They dogpiled right out there by second base, and then they had to do a take two. They did win it all, but that was kind of a unique, fun moment. Music started cranking.
It was very unique. You don't ever see that. It only happened because it was a quick double play.
That's right.
And it was an exciting play, but the hands went up immediately, but you couldn't stop the dog pile. When the dog pile starts, the music starts, and you know, we managed to regroup and finish that game, but it was exciting.
Ouch. Right in at the knees, and that doesn't feel good. Jordan Ramos will trot that one off. Kyla Berry has gone to work in the circle. Looked like it got her somewhere on the side there, hopefully.
From the bat, number 19, Alana Johnson.
Opportunity to swing the bat for Alana Johnson as she works against Kyla Berry. Berry's out of Rockledge, Florida. Melbourne High School, Tampa Mustangs. She just finished her journey there. She is headed to James Madison. She said it was love at first sight when I visited. Daughter of Kyle and Tara. Trying to deal with Alana J with the bat in her hands as she takes over the inside corner. Alana's from Summit, Mississippi, University of Washington Mitt. Just wrapped things up as a graduate of Parkland Academy. Had played college basketball at Alcorn State. Parents are Cochet and Chadrick Johnson. And a lot to be proud of for Alana Johnson as she graduated as her high school's valedictorian. Back to the screen it goes.
Just knowing how hard these athletes work, them being able to balance their academics and come away with those high GPAs, just says a lot about their work ethic and drive, because you got to have it going on all sides. It can't just be softball or school if you want to get to that next level.
You want to help them help you too. You know, that leg's okay, which is good to see as Ramos moves up easily. There's only so many scholarship dollars to go around, and if you can bring valedictorian on your resume, there's also then academic dollars to help out. You want to help your family all you can. Hit hard, but foul on the ground. Lana was able to make her varsity team her 8th grade year, and was All-State her 8th grade year, and then was All-State for 5 successive seasons. There's a lot of credit to her parents for their sacrifices as she rockets that one foul. To major in biology and attend medical school after her undergrad work at Washington. Good to have Lana coming out to the pack. 2-2. She wore those aggressive shoes to this at bat.
Yeah, she's taking advantage. Anything close to the zone, I love seeing that. You don't want to take pitches in this type of game. You want to swing it.
Berry describes herself as a very spin-focusing pitcher with a dominant rise ball and then a changeup to go with it. Two, another rocket foul.
And I could really see it in her motion. So there are some pitchers that explode off the mound and almost throw through the spins in order to get more speed. But this is a lot of tight spins. Kyla Berry's focusing on the in and the out, and that's why you see these hitters out front is they're trying to adjust to the speed difference in that spin.
Want a Kyla 10-year update? What she'll be doing in 10, it's very simple. She says, hopefully, I'll be in a big house, on a mountain, or a very large hill, sipping on a tea.
That is very simple.
Sounds nice. Kyla continuing to do battle here. There is no give on the other end. I mean, none at all for Lana Johnson. Kyla hopes to become a child therapist, she says, her words, and major in psychology. Good student, National High Honors, Honor Society. 3-2 the count. Another foul ball. We're at 10, I believe.
All to the same spot, about.
Got to be tempted with that kind of aggression to throw a very well-sold changeup here, 3-2.
Yeah, she's got confidence in that pitch, right? That was in her scouting report.
Here is the 3-2 pitch. High fly ball left field, to the corner it goes, but it's foul. Eleven pitches now. Wants to get a new bat. Can you get me a new bat? The one I'm using is hitting everything foul. Do you have a fair ball bat?
I like that we're getting a good look at those bats. Those are sharp looking.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Just the equipment in general and the sponsors stepping up to outfit these girls. The glove uniforms always look so nice. Easton and Rawlings providing all of the equipment. New Balance with the cleats. Diamond with the bags.
3-2 the count. 12th pitch coming home. Again foul. So as someone who's watched diamond sports his entire life, this is becoming unique because we see foul balls behind, off to the right, maybe out front. Everything pulled. Everything pulled. For an at-bat that has turned into one heck of a battle. What do you got, Lana? Lana versus Kyla. Round 13. Into the dirt it goes. What an amazing at-bat. Wow. Whew. 14 total pitches overall. And that was fun. Kennedy Powell. Kennedy, it's all out front of you now.
Up next, number 35, Kennedy Powell.
Kennedy from Conroe, Texas. Conroe High School, UCLA commit. Beautiful pitch. Screwball over the outside corner, strike one. Excellent student, top 5% of her class of more than 1,000 kids when she graduated. Stays back out there, rise ball that time.
A big swing, quick hands.
The 0-2. Did not. It gets away. Run scores. Aggressively heading to third all the way with a head first slide. Lana just took advantage. And an add-on run for sure. Up 9 now, the West All-Stars.
I've been really impressed with the base running in this game. A lot of the runners heads up, taking advantage of that secondary opportunity to take an extra bag.
Powell digs back in. Swings to that one that time. First out in the inning. Tyler Berry got her that time. Here's Jenna Birch with a chance.
Up next, number 5, Jenna Birch.
Jenna from Del Oro High School is an Oregon State commit. Fell in love with Corvallis and the campus, she said. Atmosphere, it's amazing. Coach Berg, it's the right fit for me. Steve and Jennifer, her parents. Of course, her mom played at Oklahoma. Her dad played football, college football at St. Mary's College. This is a 4.0 student who graduated with 24 college credits already under her belt. When do the underachievers arrive at this game?
They don't.
That's crazy. I mean, that alone, take softball and travel softball out, just the academic accomplishments. That's dual enrollment, 24 credits.
Well, Jocelyn Allo kind of mentioned it in our interview, or it was Patty Gasso, or both of them, that excellence has to run through everything that you do. So you can't dip in and dip out. And it goes, you talked about that story about keeping the charter playing clean. It's something as simple as picking up after yourself, getting it done in the classroom, being respectful on the field. They all intertwine. And if excellence, you know, really can't just be one part of your life.
Lifted left field. Charging in, getting some momentum, because that is a beautiful throw. Nice job out there. Set that up perfectly, didn't she? Kind of took the momentum her way, then started charging in.
This ball hung up for a while. Brisky, I believe, out there in left field, gets behind it, comes through strong, and then fires a rocket home.
In and out of the catcher's mitt it goes. Michaela